Yo guys, what is going on? JPS back with another video, and today we're back with another reaction video with Stefan.
So got oh my god,
No, chill. No, it's fine, And Arturo. And today we're gonna be reacting to 10 shocks of visiting England. Obviously, I've been to England. Yo, chill. And Stefan and Arturo have seen the vlogs, and they like what they see, so they might want to come to England at some point.
That'd be dope.
You never know what could happen, but to introduce them to what England really looks like, I figured this would be a cool introductory video. 10 shocks of visiting England. Make sure you guys consider joining the Patreon. It's the first link in the description for full reactions to British shows and movies. We're actually going to be doing a group album reaction to an Oasis album later on tonight, filming that together. So if you want access to that, a bunch of other content, you know, a lot of people really enjoy it, so give it a try, and I'd really appreciate the support. If not, that's fine. With that being said, let's get right into this.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're in windy England here in London. And today what we have for you are the 10 things that might shock a tourist when they do come here to England. And the first thing that shocks tourists is the English, they really mind their P's and Q's. I mean, they are very polite. You'll hear sorry, please, thank you so many times. You'll understand when people say, I hope my little boy grows up to be an English gentleman, because they do have manners here. Now, not everybody has manners, but you'll be surprised how much the politeness really comes in, whether you're talking to the police, or you're talking to the people that work in tourism, or just normal everyday people.
He doesn't look like he's being too polite.
No, that was not.
I bet there's profanity coming out of his mouth there.
Yelling
in
at
typical English
Wank
fashion. I bet he said that, bro.
The pleases, the sorries, they bump into people. Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry, excuse me, sir. It does kind of shock people with how polite they are. And with those P's and Q's, so P's the politeness, and Q is the cues here, okay? You'll be shocked with how people really stand in line very well here, and nobody queue jumps or line jumps or butts in line, because that is totally not a cool thing to do here in England. So that's the first thing that shocks people, how they mind their P's and their Q's, okay? Now the second thing that kind of shocks tourists when they come here is you might actually like the food. I know, it's like I'm being sacrilegious here, saying you might like English food, but hear me out. They actually have some pretty good stuff when you are here, and it sounds silly, but you'll be surprised how many like the foods you do have here you might really like when you sit down and have that English breakfast with eggs and beans and toast and sausages, you know, bangers and stuff like that. It is such a good thing. Or when you go to the...
Oh yeah, black pudding. I tried it, bro.
It's not good.
What is it?
It's like a liver, kind of dried up liver put into a patty. It's really bloody. That's why it's called black pudding. It's like, honestly, I don't really know what's in it, bro.
Really? It sounds nutritious. I know liver's nutritious.
I watched how it's made. I really forgot a lot of the components, but it's disgusting. Are you gonna try it though?
I would. I thought that's something my dad would like, but yeah.
Did you try it,
pubs, and you go have a pub grub there, you know, have the Sunday roast or go have a good beef burger or steak and kidney pie. There is actually a lot of good foods that are here. Fish and chips is an experience you should have. The chocolates, Cadbury, come on, you can't compare American chocolate to British chocolate, English chocolate. It's two different worlds, and that kind of shocks people. They go, you know what? I actually had some food I liked here. I know, it sounds crazy. That's why it's the second thing that'll shock you. The third thing that'll shock you about England is how much the weather does actually kind of suck sometimes. No, it's not raining every day. Obviously, I'm here in beautiful, sunny London. I mean, who says that? Beautiful, sunny London? Yes, they do have sun here, and you do get to go outside when it's not pouring rain. But a lot of times it does rain here. I've been here where it's raining like horizontally and getting soaking wet and all kinds of stuff. So when you do come, just be prepared, because you know what? You might get a great day like this, or you might just get rain for the entire time you're here. So make sure you bring your rain jacket when you come to be prepared for the weather. And if you don't want to bring something, there's people selling umbrellas when it is a rainstorm, so you'll be okay. But just don't.
Interesting.
What are y'all saying?
Cool. The architecture there looks really cool.
Yeah. I haven't really been to Brighton yet, but I thought that said Bristol.
Yeah, looks like kind of like, I don't know, like a ballroom or something, the way it's structured.
A big castle.
Yeah.
Usually the weather kind of sucks sometimes. Not all the time though. Now the fourth thing that shocks tourists when they come here is how much the pub is kind of a focal point of a lot of people's lives here. I mean, if you go to small towns, the pub is like the center where things go on, where you watch the football match and you have your Sunday roast and you go get a pint and talk about work and life and the family, and how much the pub really is a quintessential part of an English experience. So make sure you do go there and have maybe some of those foods you like, or have an ale that the guy...
When they say football, are they talking about soccer?
Yeah,
or like a soccer.
Soccer.
Okay.
But listen, the pub. Oh, if we go to England, we're gonna spend a lot of time in the pub.
Yeah, that sounds.
The pub
fun.
is just so. It blows anything we have away.
Really?
It's so authentic. Some of them are like literally 1,000 years old plus.
Wow.
I went to a pub in North England, and it was like 800 AD was the date. It wasn't exactly 800 AD, but it was a long time ago. 800 AD. I don't know. Just the tradition with pubs. It is true. It's like a focal point in the community. People come together and bond over alcohol.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Isn't the drinking age there is
18.
lower to 18? Oh,
So
that's fire. Okay.
You're free.
It literally is cranking out for you, and it really is a part of everyday life here in England. And that's what's cool. It's like, you know, you think about the US, oh, I'm going to the bar, or I'm going to a bar, but here I'm going to the pub, and it means something more. And that shocks tourists when they think, oh, it's just a bar. No, pub is so much more than that. So you can have your Sunday roast with the family, or a pint with your pals and things like that, and the pub crawls and all these things that can go with it. It is really cool, and it shocks people how important pubs really are to English culture. Now,
You guys know what a pub crawl is?
No.
Is that like when you like go to like different pubs throughout the night? Yeah, like bar crawl.
Oh, like bar hopping.
Yeah. Okay. Also, I seen him bring up Sunday roast. What is that like? What is that about?
So Sunday roast, it's like roast beef, these fluffy Yorkshire puddings, a bunch of vegetables, and then you also have sausages wrapped around in bacon, and then gravy is poured over all of it.
Whoa.
And you have that with the beer on Sunday.
Oh shit. That sounds.
I think I'm about to cook one with my mom and record it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yo, that sounds fire. Sunday roast.
It's really good. Yeah, I've had it in England before. It hits.
Fifth thing that'll shock you about England, which is kind of weird that I'm doing it here in London, is England is not just London. I know so many people that come to London and they say, oh, I've seen England, or they say, I've seen Europe. Look, England and Europe, in that matter, is way more than London. London is an international city with all kinds of amazing things to do and see, but the country itself has tons of other things out there. The natural beauty and the things to see and the history is fantastic. So you'll be shocked that there's more to England than London. So get out there. And that's why it leads into the sixth thing that's going to shock you. When you come to England and you get outside of out onto the countryside, this country is actually beautiful. Go through Kent and the gardens of Kent, or go to the Peak District or the Lake District. Go up to Yorkshire and see York.
This is called Stonehenge, the Circle of Stones, and they've been there for like thousands of years.
Wow. Yeah, because when I went to Machu Picchu, they had like kind of stones like that, like I don't know, like just the way they had it, like not constructed, but like the way they had it placed and everything. It was very interesting. It looks pretty similar to that. I don't know.
It seems like a lot of the ancient civilizations, they just throw a bunch of stones up.
Yeah, like
Easter Island.
Yeah.
That one is crazy.
And the pyramids and all that.
Yeah, it's always stone.
Right.
It has to last a while, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, this country is gorgeous, and you want to go out there and go explore it. And that's what's really cool is, look, it's not just London. And when you get outside of London, the countryside and the towns and the villages really are beautiful things to see. So exploring that countryside leads us into the seventh thing that's going to shock you when you do come to England, and that is when you rent a car and your first roundabout. I'm not gonna lie to you, the first time I took a roundabout, I'm like, oh my God, first off, they drive on the left side of the road, okay? So make sure when you cross the street, you look right, otherwise you're gonna get smashed, okay? But the thing is, when you get that first roundabout, there's like 2 lanes and 2 lanes, you're like, okay, I've gotta go right. But the thing is, when you get...
This is where I did the videos at the radio station.
Oh, dead ass?
Their church, it's called York Minster, it's enormous. It's a cathedral.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Get that first roundabout, there's like 2 lanes and 2 lanes, you're like, okay, I've gotta go right, so I gotta go around the roundabout and then come off this way, and you're like, oh my God. And once you do that first roundabout and you're like, okay, where do I turn in? Where do I turn about? All these things, it will shock you into a heart attack, okay? And then after you do that, you'll realize when you watch European Vacation, National Lampoon's European Vacation, and you see Chevy Chase going around, the Griswolds going around the circle. Look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament. Look, kids, big Parliament. For like 6 hours, you start to understand, because seriously, renting a car and driving on the other side of the road is shocking in and of itself. But when you get that first roundabout, you're like, oh God, I'm gonna die. Okay. Now the eighth thing that's gonna shock.
Nah, but I've ridden a car in Britain, and then also like just being a pedestrian is different, because you have to look the opposite way. Like if you're crossing the street, you have to look right instead of looking left.
Right.
What the heck?
I know, like I almost got hit a few times.
Really?
Like no one's coming, and then smack, they hit you that way.
That's wild.
You is when you do travel around, you actually can see Downton Abbey type houses, the stately homes, the stately manor houses, and the country homes and stuff like that. You can go visit those, and it's cool because a lot of people, oh, it's a set piece or it's CGI or something like that. No, these are real homes that you can go to. You know, you can go to the Cotswolds and see the houses there. You can go around and see these stately homes, take tours of them, go to the gardens, have lunch there, have a picnic there, see all these things, and it's cool because you get shocking, like, wow, you can see that old Downton Abbey kind of things here, that old England. It's not just in the textbooks anymore. It is out there in the country, and that's one of the best things. The National Trust, they have all kinds of homes you can go stay at. I mean, you can stay at them. Literally, I guess one thing I'd say with that Downton Abbey kind of thing is you can have some of those true Englishisms here, staying at an old house, an old, stately manor, or what you do with the National Trust, they have all these homes. You can stay in a home that's 1,000 years old and enjoy that there. And that's what's so cool, is you can get the history of England in these homes and to get that kind of Downton Abbey feel. I know that this show's been off the air for a while now, but it does have one of those things that shocks tourists. It's that, wow, I really get to enjoy those kind of things. Now, I will say, you get to see the Downton Abbey homes and stuff like that. The Downton Abbey acting and stuff like that, yes, people still have good manners here, but it's not like Downton Abbey anymore. I'll tell you what, just go to.
It was like a show that depicted like British people and stuff. I don't really know that much about it, to be honest.
Oh, really?
My mom watched it, but
did it like originate in like Britain? Or
I think it's made in Britain, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it was popular in the States.
Mm-hmm.
So some people they had like really the posh kind of royal accent. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So some people think that's how all British people talk, but the truth is the dialects and accents change every 30 miles. Like,
really?
There's like
That's crazy.
arguably like 50, probably more accents throughout the island of Britain.
Wow, that's wild.
And I'm talking like a 7 hour stretch of car. All those changes.
Yeah, it's kind of similar like here in the U.S. and South America. Like if you go like to different states and stuff and like different countries, the dialect changes.
I would say even more so though.
Really?
We got to react to a video of the different accents. It's crazy. Yeah.
Bet.
Go to the pub on Friday night or Saturday during the football match, you'll understand what I mean. Now, the ninth thing that's going to shock you when you come here to England is the cops don't have guns. You know, in the U.S., they've always got a gun on the side no matter what. Here, most of the cops, the bobbies, they don't carry guns, okay? And the thing is, the cops here are super friendly as well.
You want to know why that is?
Wow.
They have much stricter gun laws. Like, guns are not common at all there.
Really?
You can really only have a gun if you're a farmer or if you, like, really need it.
So no open carry, no.
Oh,
none of that.
hell no.
Seriously?
Like, in London, the biggest crime is knife stabbings.
Knife stabbing?
Yeah, because there's no... Yeah.
So shootings don't
There's
happen?
no
Wow.
Not really, unless the big time criminals still have guns and stuff.
Right.
But it's not just a random dude walking down the street with a gun. That never happens really.
Right. Over
I'm
here,
not
you...
expecting that.
And over here, it's just...
Yeah, you might get shot or you're at school or something.
So you know that British driver swearing video we reacted to?
Yeah.
A lot of people in the comments were like, we use swear words because we don't have guns. Because you can't talk crazy like that in the States.
No, yeah, you get
With
shot.
road rage and stuff.
Fuck around and get shot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's makes sense why they curse so crazy when they drive.
So it's kind of like they're there for security, but it's almost like they're also there for tourist help. I mean, it's pretty funny because I know there's been many times when I'm like, okay, which way do I need to go to Notting Hill, or I'm in York. Hey, how do I get to the church and stuff like that, or where's the best place to go have tea and crumpets? And the police officers, male, female, they're like, oh, go down there 3 blocks to the left, you're gonna see this thing, and they're super great. But it does shock people.
They
actually help people. I saw this one post. It was like in another county or something. Like they made like their police cars like a certain color so that it wouldn't be easily like visible by other people. Like it's like they're trying to hide from the public. It's so weird. Like, aren't you supposed to be helping the public?
Yeah.
And here they actually are helping the public. That's kind of dope. You don't ask a police officer for directions here. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't go up to a
Yeah.
police officer and be like, yo, like, do you know what this is? Like, no. That's cool they have that.
It's definitely a different dynamic. Yeah, they're helpful to everyone.
What's it called?
Well, they see the
the guards with the big.
Yeah, that's different.
How long do they stand like every day?
Oh, like all day, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Like I was there, not last summer, but the previous one, and there was a heat wave, and they still had on
Ooh,
the hats and all the gear and stuff.
that's hard work.
And they have to patrol, like stand there. People will heckle and yell at them and troll them because it's a popular place. Everyone goes in front of Buckingham Palace. So.
Right, and they got to keep the straight face.
Yeah.
Just straight business, straight
Yeah,
professional.
they
That's
do.
hard to do.
They must
Really
be getting paid
difficult.
a lot. It's good.
Yeah, but their job is to guard the queen, so the best of the best are selected for that.
Yeah.
cops, but they don't have any
Well,
guns.
not the queen
Now there
anymore,
are some cops with guns, yes, but it is kind of a shocking thing
Rest in
if you're
peace.
coming from the U.S. or South America and stuff like that to be like, hey, it's a cop and he's got a walkie-talkie. Huh, interesting. But it is cool and they are super friendly, which is super nice. And the 10th thing that shocks tourists when they're here is when they realize that Britain and England are not the same thing. England is a part of Britain, okay? It's called the United Kingdom of
I
Great
didn't know
Britain
that.
and Northern Ireland. So
Yeah,
obviously
it's
Northern
not
Ireland
complicated.
separate, Great Britain, that's England and Scotland and Wales. And that's the thing is, if you meet a Scotsman or a Welshman and you say, oh, you're English, they're gonna be insulted. Because no, England is a different country. But they'll be okay if you say they're British, because there are a lot of differences between going to England and going to Wales and going to Scotland.
Yeah,
whether it's
low-key.
What happened?
So, United Kingdom includes.
We're gonna react to a video on it
Okay.
because it's United Kingdom, Britain, and then like there's stuff with Ireland and Northern Ireland. There was a lot of fighting and stuff with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're gonna see with the accents what I was thinking of. Think of Shrek.
Okay.
That's a Scottish accent, right?
Really?
And then you think of some of the British reactions we've done where people have a more, I guess, posh accent too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's south to north, and in between that there's the whole gradient of stuff that's very unique in itself. But think about how different that posh English accent is to the Scottish accent, how Shrek talks.
Donkey.
Oh, okay.
Don't
You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It's like almost a different language, it sounds like. It's crazy.
the differences between going to England and going to Wales and going to Scotland, whether it's the accent or even a different language they may speak there, the food and things like that. I mean, the pub culture pretty much stays in all those places, but there really is a difference. And just remember, you'll be shocked that England is not Britain, okay? It's two different ideas. Anyway, those are just 10 things that might shock you if you're coming to England on tourism or travel or vacation or fun. What are some of the things that shocked you about coming to England? Please put in the
Alright, that looks like the end. I felt like a lot of the pictures he showed of England were his own pictures, so they didn't really do it justice. Like,
Yeah.
there's some much more beautiful landscapes than what we're showing throughout this video. But overall, pretty good video. About the shocks, I can definitely say, because I've been shocked twice now after visiting. But what are your guys' thoughts on England? You guys want to come?
Yeah.
So
I think I'm definitely like a big travel person, so I think going to England would be pretty cool and stuff, you know. And also, I already know English, so it's not like there'd be
Yeah.
like a huge language barrier, you know.
It makes it a lot easier to ask for help and stuff.
Yeah, that's dope. But I remember you talking about in the video, like you went to the bar and you were like asked someone for something, and then, like they
Yeah.
couldn't understand you.
And
or
that was in
something.
Scotland.
That was in
I know what you're
Scotland.
talking about. Yeah, I was trying to get in and couldn't get in for various reasons. But he points, oh, well, I don't know what he said. He just pointed. I think he was trying to tell me there's a bar over there. But it sounded like an alien. Like, the way
Really?
he was talking was not English.
That's crazy.
But it's the same language. They just have so much slang and variations and pronunciations.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. If you have other videos you want us all to check out, throw them in the comments down below. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
See ya.